Hi, hello, welcome to my coding gear. In the previous session, I had discussed the how to design our class as singleton classes, but still some pending is there. What is the pending? Means whatever I designed that class, so still some problems are there. Okay, so what's the problem and how to solve that problem? Today I will discuss. Let's get started. So in this class I have created one static method, public static singleton get instance method. This method will create the object of this class. So when test class will call this method, the get instance method, then we get the hash code. So this time we get same hash code, only one object it is creating now. But problem is, see, in this class some problems are there. Okay, what's the problem? So see, here I declare private static singleton instance. Then when this object, I mean singleton object in this class when the object it is creating, when we call the get instance method, then only the object is created. Okay, so if you don't call this method, then object will not be created. So when this method will call, then only object will be created. Okay, so this logic I can write in another way. Okay, so I can write in this way also, like private static singleton instance. Here I can create the object new singleton, and here I have not checked anything, just I have written the return instance. Okay, so in these cases, let's run this application. See, same hash code we are getting, I mean only one object is creating. Okay, this is nothing but eager initialization, and whatever previous was there, that is lazy initialization. What is lazy initialization and what is eager initialization? Eager initialization means this object is creating when the class is loading at the JVM. Okay, so at the time of the class loading, this object is created. But in lazy instantiation, I mean lazy initialization, when we call this method, then only the object is created. So always we have to mandatory, or always we should go for lazy initialization process. Why? Because let's say I don't want to object now. If I don't want to object, okay, why we go for eager initialization? Eager initialization means, so before when class is loading, then only object is created, right? So even I don't want to create the object, still object is creating. So memory is waste, right? That's why we should not go for eager initialization. So always mandatory to go for lazy initialization. So lazy initialization means, here we just declare the variable, and here I checked if instance equal to null, then only create the object. Instance equal to new singleton. Okay, and return instance. So run. Now this time I get same hash code. So this is the difference between lazy initialization and eager initializations. So always go for lazy initializations. But in these cases also some problems are there. What's the problem? Okay, see, in this now in multi-thread environment, okay, we can create the object in multiple ways. So in multi-threading environment we can create multiple object of a class. So let's say I have a class, called singleton IMPL. Okay, in this class, let's say this class implements from runnable and override the run method, and here in this method, run method, I created the object of singleton class. So how I created here? Simple singleton dot get instance method, okay, and return instance, then sys out instance dot hash code. Okay, so in the test class, what I'll do, I just create two thread. So how to create thread? So first we have to create the object of singleton IMPL. Okay, so singleton IMPL, let's say s equal to new singleton IMPL, and thread, I have created two threads. So thread T1 equal to new thread, and I am passing the s in singleton. I have created the object of singleton IMPL, so that object reference I am passing to thread, and one more thread I have created, T2 equal to new thread, and this time same object reference I am passing. So now two threads created. Okay, and we have to run this thread. How to run? So T1 dot start, then T2 dot start. Okay, now see what is the output. See, now this time output is different. See, now this time is output is same, but if you run again and again, see, now this time output is different. Why? Because see, in these cases what is happening, let's see, this is our code. This is our code. So in these cases what is happening, let's say T1 thread start and T2 thread start, and the same time let's say here T1 came and T2 came. This is T1 and this is T2. Okay, so two threads come at same time here. So check T1, check if instance equal to null, check, let's say for T1 instance equal to null, and at the same time T2 also check if instance equal to null or not. If now instance equal to null, for T1 also null and for T2 also null, because at the same time they are doing the operations. Then if instance equal to null, then created the new object for T1, also creating the one object, for T2 also creating one new object. So in these cases two object is creating. Okay, so in multi-thread environment we can create multiple object. So this is the problem. So how to solve this problem? Okay, but you see sometime, see this time is same hash code, because let's say T1 came first here and check instance equal to null or not and created the object. Again when T2 came, now instance equal to null, false, and direct return instance. But let's say same time they came here and check instance equal to null or not. That's why it's coming sometimes hash code is same and sometimes hash code is different. Okay, so this is the problem we faced. So we have to solve these problems. For solving this problem, so make as synchronized. Okay, so make as static synchronized singleton make as static synchronized. Static synchronized means this is class level lock. So if you make as locking, synchronized means locking means one thread came and it acquire the lock of the object, but here it acquires the lock of the class. So it locked. Now this method will lock. Okay, if one thread came and it is locking, at that time if other thread will come, then that thread must have to wait. Okay, then let's say T1 thread came here. Let's say T1 thread came. Now this is synchronized. Now this is synchronized. Okay, this is synchronized. Let's say two thread came now. So T1 came and T2 came. Directly here they are not coming because synchronized, I have written the synchronized keyword here. So let's say this is T1, this is T1 and this is T2. So first T1 came and T2 came. T1, let's say T1 and T2 at the same time they came here. Okay, but only one thread will get the chance. Okay, let's say T1 thread get the chance. When T1 will do some operation in this method, he have to lock of the object. So if T1 is locking, then T2 must have to wait. So T1 came and here check first time if instance equal to null, true, then created the object. Then it return instance, then it releases the lock. After releasing the lock, then T2 get the chance. T2 came, now check if instance null or not. Now this time instance not null, so directly it returns the instance. So in this way we can overcome the problem. Let's run this class. See, now this time hash code is same. Okay, but in these cases, if multi-thread environment, we can handle this problem, but still in this class still some problems are there. What's the problem? Okay, so problem is here I have synchronized keyword I have added. Okay, so let's say T1 came, let's say one more thread came, one more thread. Okay, this is T3 and this is T4. So T1 thread came, he lock. T1 thread first came, then lock, right? T1 thread came, then lock. After locking, it checking checking what? Null or not, checking null or not. Then if first time it's checking, then creating the object, creating object, then return, then release the release lock. Okay, then T2 came, again lock, again checking null or not, again checking null or not, but this time it's not creating the object, it direct returns the same reference and release the lock. And same process is happening again and again, right? Because already see, already T1 created the object. If already created the object, so there is no need to checking null or not, right? There is so meaningless, this is meaningless, and again locking, checking the null or not, this is time consuming job. So T2, this is T3, this is T4, this is T5. So see, T2, T3, T4 and T5 doing same job again and again, locking and checking null or not and release lock. So this is performance issue will be there. So this is very time consuming job. If already locking is done or already object is created, there is no meaning to again he have to lock and he have to check that instance equal to null or not. So this is not good. That's why don't make the class level lock. So make it as, so I deleted here, okay, I deleted the synchronized here, just make as block level synchronization. How? Synchronize of synchronized block, right? In the synchronized block I have singleton dot class. In the synchronized block I have written this line of code. Okay, so now this time also same, I mean only same hash code is printing, but what is the benefit? We can in the synchron, if we write here the synchronized, then there is block level synchronized, this piece of line only locking. So the time consuming job is, time is very less, it takes less time, and before it was taking more time, so now it's taking less time. Okay, but still if I make as block level synchronization, still some problems is there. So what's the problem? In the next video I will discuss what's the problem and how to make as our class as final singleton class. Okay, thank you guys, bye bye.